Hi, today I want to show you a very recent discovery that was found in the UK. The news about a man crucified in England was published just last year. Maybe I need to say that he wasn't crucified recently, it was almost 2000 years ago. But every year more biblically related objects are found. Isn't that exciting? During excavations in Fen Stanton, which is not that far from Cambridge, they found a previously unknown Roman settlement. And there was also a Roman cemetery with dozens of skeletons, and naturally they also found other objects as well. This skeleton is from a man who was about 30 years old and died a few hundred years after Christ. We don't know his name. It's called skeleton 4926. The big surprise came when they found an iron nail hammered through his right heel bone. Only once ever before have they found archaeological evidence for using nails at crucifixions. Around 50 AD, that's the time of Paul's travels and his letters, the Roman Empire spanned all the countries around the Mediterranean, and they started to invade England. Others had tried before him, but now Claudius succeeded in invading England. In a few decades, they killed about 10% of the population. Only one similar heel bone with a nail has ever been found before. This one was found in a Jerusalem grave. It was about 55 years ago, the first osteological evidence for crucifixion. This guy was called Jehohanan. We see that on inscriptions. He lived about 2000 years ago, and both his lower legs were broken, reinforcing what the Gospel of John tells us sometimes happened when we read like John 19, 31, 32. So, why do we have so few findings when thousands and thousands have been crucified? Well, they didn't always use nails. Sometimes they used ropes for crucifixion. Also, most criminals didn't get a proper burial. They just let the animals eat them. The nails were expensive and they were reused both for crucifixion, and sometimes they couldn't be reused, as we see in the example below. The one nail was curved and couldn't be pulled out, and the other one is missing its tip, so it couldn't be reused either for crucifixion. But many of them were reused also for amulets, because there was a lot of superstition, and a nail from crucifixion was supposed to be good. So they earned money by reusing the nails. We do have descriptions of the crucifixion from eyewitnesses, both in the written records but also in pictures drawn on walls, on amulets, and on oil lamps. This graffiti was found in a Roman tavern in Italy. It's about 100 years after Christ was crucified. That's all for now about crucifixion and the man crucified in England almost 2000 years ago. Next episode will also be about a new find, a 3700-year-old ivory comb that has the oldest inscription in the Canaanite language. Until then, take care. Bye.